see from the sky above that the wind is still there and it's getting a bit gloomy, and we are expecting rain at some point. Maybe the Superteens here can dodge it. TJ Toms here will certainly just be worrying about the race ahead as he looks to try and stop young Charlie Atkins. TJ Toms on pole position, of course, went down earlier on, along with this young man as well, Max Cook. The pair of them went down over at the chicane, you may well remember, and so a couple of finishes here really needed. Max Cook came into this round second overall in the championship, but lost some ground there earlier on. So in the last race we saw Charlie Atkins taking the win from Jack Scott, number 55, and 46 Harry Phillips. How will this one fare? Down towards turn one we go. You can see a lot of orange bibs in the field here for this season. A lot of newcomers, and it looks like TJ Toms has got the advantage into Redgate Corner as they make their way through and are up towards Hollywood now. You can just see every now and again you get that feeling in the air, which you can't get whilst watching television, of course, but you can just see that this is going to rain some point here at Donington Park very soon. These guys have got effectively road tyres on. Now, there was a time back where the Superteens would have no choice but to race in wet conditions with these tyres on, but these days they do have wets, which I think is a lot safer and makes sense. If it was to really come down with rain, then the race would ultimately probably get stopped, but at the moment we'll concentrate on what we've got as all the Superteens make their way through. That's Max Lofthouse, number 24 from Burnley there, one of the newcomers for this season. It's TJ Toms that leads, number 7, just up ahead of Max Cook. Those two went down earlier in race 1. It's a similar situation because earlier in race 1, number 56, who's there in 3rd, Charlie Atkins, did have to push his way through and eventually got through to the lead and didn't really know what was going on behind him, but he's been overtaken now. Really strong move there from number 55, Jack Scott, who finished second place earlier on and now fancies a go at Charlie Atkins. Just tucked in behind these guys, Connor Thompson, who went down earlier on, number 9, is looking to finish this racing in this race in the CRT Aprilia. There's Edgar Machado, number 5, and then number 46 is Harry Phillips, who of course finished on the podium in race 1, the rider there with the orange bib and the sort of British racing green coloured wheels. It is TJ Toms that has the advantage though. Second place for Cook, then it's number 56 Charlie Atkins, and there, losing a couple of places through those last few turns, Jack Scott, as Connor Thompson now makes his way up into 4th place. The rider there, number 9. This group here, all 4 or 5 of these could potentially put their names in the hat for a race win. Some excellent drive coming around McLean's corner there for number 9. Connor Thompson, as they now go around Coppers. This is a really important corner on an Aprilia Superteen machine because, of course, they're not really that powerful, around about 30 odd brake horsepower. You need to get on the power as early as possible to get yourself some slipstream. And look at number 56 there in 3rd place. He's now having a look to go up into 1st. What a fantastic move that was from number 56. The winner from earlier, Charlie Atkins, catches the pair of them out napping and has decided to outbrake the pair of them. Now that's broken up, both TJ Toms and Max Cook there, number 30 in 3rd as well. Thompson, number 9, closing in. You can't really rule out Jack Scott either, number 55, but it's all change here as we go into Redgate Corner. The winner from earlier, Charlie Atkins. Oh my word, that was a really wide line there from number 9, Connor Thompson. He's done well to stay on board the machine, but all of this chopping and changing further back is allowing number 56, Charlie Atkins, just to drift away a bit. There's a change there for 2nd place as well, as TJ Toms seems a bit out of sorts over the last lap or so since he's been overtaken by Atkins. He's not quite looking that comfortable and he's lost all momentum, but he's now fighting back again, number 7, looking to go up the inside of number 30 and does so. Max Cook then just been run slightly wide but keeps the power on. Connor Thompson, who's just gone onto the dirt on the exit of Redgate Corner, is regrouped as well and has caught up, and then there to pick up the pieces should it go all wrong is number 55, Jack Scott. Further back there is numbers 99 and 98, Christopher and Brian Moffat, the brothers from Douglas in the Isle of Man. So they're having a good run out at the moment in about 6th or 7th. That's the group of riders directly behind these guys. This is your race leader though, young 12-year-old Charlie Atkins. Onto the start-finish straight we go, and it's a close call as to who's going to be in 2nd place by the end of the start-finish straight. There is number 46, Harry Phillips, in 5th. So he's got himself up ahead of the two Moffat brothers in 6th and 7th. Meanwhile, out front, it's still 56 Charlie Atkins as we go down into Craner Curves, and that's someone going straight on in the background there at Hollywood. Who is that? That's Max Cook. Max Cook has gone missing. Oh, disastrous Sunday afternoon for Max as number 9 there. Connor Thompson now moves into 2nd place. He was on the dirt a couple of laps ago and now he's up for 20 points. Max Cook then, who entered this championship round, effectively inheriting the championship lead from the absent Cameron Horseman, is going to get a big fat 0 in terms of points here this afternoon. And so this is a massive opportunity. This championship is being blown wide open. Be a lot of riders quite close on points by the time we get to Snetterton next month. There is number 99 Chris Moffat, and then his brother number 98 Brian Moffat. They're ahead of the likes of Freddie Crane and Rhys Irwin. Back out to the front, and TJ Toms has gone back up into 2nd place but loses the momentum, and around the outside there goes Connor Thompson, who's had a very aggressive and entertaining race so far. The rider just on the right of your screen there, number 9. So it's still Charlie Atkins that leads. In 4th place is Jack Scott, who seems quite happy to sit back and watch these guys battle it out. He'll have seen that they've oh, and again Connor Thompson. Someone needs to tell him that that is not the quickest line around Redgate Corner as he goes onto the dirt once more. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Connor Thompson, had he have not made 2 mistakes like that in this race, he could have been fighting for this victory. Make no mistake about it. It's still 56 Charlie Atkins that leads, but that lead's come down. And look at them all bunching up. Are they missing gears or something? Not sure what's going on here. Number 7, TJ Toms, has got himself all of a sudden back into a winning position again and goes up the inside into McLean's. He did that earlier on. And Charlie Atkins has been dropped down to 3rd. And Connor Thompson goes around the outside of the lot of them. So much momentum that's being lost in this race. It's extraordinary. They now head onto the back straight again, and all of a sudden, despite the 2 mistakes which would normally cost you in a race, Connor Thompson finds himself at the front of the pack. TJ Toms pulls out of the slipstream now in 2nd, but look out for number 56 coming all the way from 3rd again. Charlie Atkins, well, he is pint-sized. He's very light and he's using that to his advantage. He flies past number 9 and number 7. It's Toms there in 2nd place. Number 9 in is Connor Thompson. The last lap flag is out. Number 55 there, Jack Scott, who's been quietly watching this one go on. He's had front row seats. Could just pick up the pieces here and win this race. You just never know. Into turn 1, I could have a second helping of this race. That's for sure. Around the outside again there for number 9, Connor Thompson. This time he decides, I'll miss out on the mud this time. He moves back into 3rd place. It is 56 that leads from number 7. That's Charlie Atkins and TJ Toms. A little bit of daylight then. Further back to Connor Thompson, who's carrying so much corner speed that he is able to continuously get himself back in the frame. Connor Thompson, however, is slightly taller than the riders around him, so he's just losing out a bit on the start-finish straight and on that back straight. So far, this is good news for Charlie Atkins. He's got the advantage, the newcomer. Pulling up alongside TJ Toms for 2nd place there as they go up towards Coppice, though, was Connor Thompson, but he's not close enough to make a move. Now then on the back straight, they'll have a job on their hands trying to catch Charlie Atkins as he flies down the back straight. They're all trying desperately to get in each other's slipstream, but it'll have to be a rather ambitious move down into the chicane to change this. I don't think anyone's going to have anything on Charlie Atkins here. Through the chicane we go. In the meantime, back there, Jack Scott has moved up into 3rd place. It will be a win for Charlie Atkins, but that could have gone any way. The checkered flag is out. It does go Charlie Atkins' way. 2nd for TJ Toms, 3rd for Jack Scott. And after an eventful race, one of the most eventful we've seen, Connor Thompson isn't going to be on the main podium, although he will pick up 3rd place for the 3rd Nitro newcomer. Fantastic racing there from the Aprilia Superteens, although Max Cook obviously will be disappointed to have not picked up any points here. The top 3 overall then, Charlie Atkins, TJ Toms and Jack Scott. And then the top 3 of the newcomers, it's Charlie Atkins, Jack Scott and Connor Thompson. Now then, what do the points look like going into the next round? Pretty close that. Freddie Crane, who's not been on the podium all day, leads the championship going into Snetterton. Max Cook is 2nd ahead of TJ Toms, then it's Atkins, Horseman and Jack Scott. In the newcomers, just as close, Thompson, Cook, Scott